seems that Twitter and 4chan have finally taken her side for once. $500 handheld and $80 games. Also the $500 handheld is if you get the Mario Bros. Yeah, this guy's always spreading misinformation. If you get the $500 version, that's the literal bundle of Mario Kart, which means you get Mario Kart for $50. Just to put that out there, this guy is always spreading misinformation. Wouldn't be not too surprising by praises and fanboys, and I don't think Xbox fanboys really exist anymore, but mostly praises and fanboys obviously as well here. And $80 games announced. Xbox is also doing $80 games, but you guys are not gonna be saying anything about that because those are real games, not baby games like Nintendo. Okay, that's what they'll probably say. And don't be surprised if GTA 6 is also 82. So, and Nintendo still doesn't have good graphics. Oh yes, I just don't understand. The most important part of a game to these people is the graphics of a game, not the gameplay, not the story. Okay, Mario Kart doesn't have a story, but not the gameplay, which I think everybody is probably talking about. People play Mario Kart for the gameplay. Okay. People, play Mario Kart, for the gameplay. Nobody, plays Mario Kart for the cutting edge graphics, okay? There was actually a game series where people did play the game for the cutting edge graphics as well, but, it was called like Crisis, and they don't make those games anymore, but that was the only series where they actually made, the game was basically made for cutting edge graphics as well, but other than that, why did these people care about graphics so much? Okay, it's just honestly absurd. First of all, it's a launch game for the Switch too, so it's not gonna show, it's not gonna be the first games on a console are not usually the best looking games. That's how it is with every console. Okay, the 360's first games were not really the best looking games in the 360 as well. Same for the PS3. Okay, and then once Halo 3 came out, the game started improving graphics. Like if you compare Oblivion to Halo 3, you can see definitely the developers were taking advantage of the hardware more, especially that the editor 360's lifespan. You had games like Crysis 3 and games that looked absolutely stunning, looked way better than the launch games on the 360 as well. And you can say the same thing with the N64 and PS1 era. Games look better at the editor lifespan of those consoles than at the beginning as well. But even then, graphics are not the most important part of Mario Kart. It's the gameplay, okay? Mario Kart is a game you'll be playing for years and years and years, like GTA, and not a game like The Last of Us Part 3 or The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, where you play once and never touch again, okay, as well. Yeah, but yeah, there we go about this video here. The Switch 2 is sold out. And Mario Kart sold out, so this guy took the 4chan here. After 2025 or 2026, tough break Nintendo, but there's always a pity family award event that kids will be every playing GTA 6 as well. Nintendo gets there's tons of kids who play Mario Kart. Okay, do you know how much Mario Kart sold on the Switch One? Okay, I'm gonna pull up on my phone Mario Kart 8. How many copies did Mario Kart 8 sell? Okay, as well, and also they always Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 sold 67.35 million copies on the Switch One. Of course, Mario Kart is this horrible game that no one buys. Oh yeah, the last game in the series sold 35.81 million copies. And that's without being ported on any other consoles. Obviously, it's only on Nintendo consoles. Okay, the fact that this game sold 75 million copies on, let's just say, 160 million units of hardware with the Switch 1 and the Wii U is a huge attachment rate. Okay, I'm gonna look up percentage calculator. This video is not over, but we can go look up the attachment rate. So PS4, 360 and PS3, it's 160 million units. Xbox One, that's another 210. 310 million and of course let's count PC, so 600 million units. And how many copies did GTA 5 sell? Okay, in terms of the attachment rate, because we'll go back, but the GTA is the biggest game has the biggest game history It's sets, but look at the we have to include the PS5 and Series X as well. Okay, that's another 700 million, 100 million right there. As well. How many copies of GTA free five? Not GTA free. So, okay, the yeah, 210 million copies. Okay, 210 million copies were sold on all platforms. Okay. For GTA 6, GTA 5 has a 30% attachment rate, okay? But let's look at Mario Kart sales. 75 million versus, 160 million, which includes the Wii U. 50% basically. Okay. 50% attachment rate for Mario Kart. Okay. So actually, Mario Kart sales are more impressive than GTA 6's sales because GTA 6 is available on almost every platform as well. And we have to forget about people rebuying GTA 6 on multiple platforms they own. So, as well. This is, it's just Sony fanboys are just so ridiculous, okay? And according to the Family Award for Switch 2, okay? Who else gets a Pity Family Award? Disney, but you guys never talk about that, obviously. But even then, Disney still doesn't dominate that award anyways. And don't be surprised if Mario Kart World is nominated for Game of the Year. I don't think it will win Game of the Year. I think, we just so this year at least has some competition. Also there's also Donkey Kong. Nintendo has Mario Kart has to also fight against Donkey Kong, which I think is more likely to be nominated than Mario Kart, obviously, for Game of the Year. But yep, that's what this video here. Goodbye.